Kiwis, stand up.
Now, please welcome the show for bloody good Kiwis across the country.
It's time.
It's time for This is Bhuja with Lee Hart and Jason Hoyst.
America's best aerobic athlete.
Oh, g'day, New Zealand. Great to have your company this Tuesday afternoon. It's the 13th of March, 2018. This is a little bit camp for my liking.
I
actually,
wish
mate.
you could see. I wish you could see the video that accompanies it.
For a Tuesday.
If anyone wants to have a look, just look at American National Aerobics video.
Oh, it's funny you should say that because the picture that came to my mind while I was listening to this was aerobics.
Is this the sort of stuff your partner does with the trainer? This sort of music?
Oh, yeah, she does aerobic stuff, apparently. Well, high intensity, she said.
Does her trainer look like these guys?
I hope not. Did you
Anyway.
guys ever used to watch, well, maybe not you, Matt, but you would have watched old...
Jane Fonda?
No, the Australian... What was it called? Oz aerobic style.
Aerobics Oz style.
Aerobics Oz. Do you ever watch that?
No. But,
Oh, boy.
tell you what, we've got a huge show today, people. A huge show. And actually, sometimes you can't overstate it.
Yeah, that's true.
A huge show, massive show. Tell us what we've got, Chase.
Well, I tell you what, first up, it's Change It Up Tuesday.
Yeah.
Where we just change everything up. We
Yeah.
just twist everything on its head. Look, I'll be honest with you, to such an extent that we don't even know what's coming up.
You're joking.
No. You see, go and look at the log there, Lee Hart. I've just scrambled it. The log has been
I'll tell
scrambled.
you what we should do tomorrow.
What's that, mate?
Change it back Wednesday.
Yeah, change it back Wednesday.
Just
like
to keep
it.
them really guessing.
I was going to say, have we brought Wacky Wednesday forward? Sounds like we have.
No, that's Wacky Monday.
No, it's Mad Monday.
Oh, no, it's Mad Monday. My
It's
bad.
Change it up Tuesday.
That's why my voice is
Wacky
hoarse.
Wednesday. Thursday. And
Big Friday.
Big Friday.
Freaky Friday.
God, it's great how we've got these names for these days.
Well, it helps you. Helps
Well,
you
it does.
focus.
It gets me-
I think I've got to be wacky today, or I've got to just keep changing things up.
Oh, Wacky on the Wednesday.
Yeah, no. Today
Yeah.
I've got to change things up.
Yeah. So what I mean by that is, who knows, we could have named that tune next.
Yeah.
Or we could have Jason Slice O Life at 5:15.
Jason's named that tool.
I hope we don't have Lee Hart's name that tune because I'm not ready.
Oh, right, okay, no, we won't do that. But yes, and of course, Jason's Name That Tool. God, that's massively popular. Oh,
So is this.
here's the Foos. Foo Fighters there on Daily. Jeez,
Oi.
what happened there? Oh,
Good golly. Now, tell you what, this show is nothing without you, the listener.
Yeah, indeed.
And that's why we encourage you to give us a call on 0800 Hodaki or give us a text on 3483. Let us know what's on your mind.
Yeah, always,
Let us know
mate.
what you are thinking. And I'm thinking a lot of texts come through already. And any problems, of course, hopefully we're qualified to answer them. A woman here has said, I've been saving myself for marriage when it comes to making love with a man.
Does she do? Does
is
she,
this on the
that,
text machine, is
Yes.
it? Okay.
Is that everything, or is that just everything but?
Well, basically, what she's saying is
making love.
she hasn't made love with her partner yet because they're not married.
She
But
does.
they're getting married this weekend. Any tips in the bedroom how to please my partner?
You did that too, didn't you? You had a promise ring. You didn't make love until you were officially betrothed.
Yeah. Now, look,
Does that mean they do everything but?
well, look, I don't know these things. Well, I'm just reading the text here. It says, any tips and advice on how I can please my partner in the bedroom? This is the male. It's a female who's asking the question. Jay, so what? Any tips from you as
So
a male?
sorry, it's the female, it's the woman that's asking the question? or
Jenny?
it's- Yes, is asking the question.
Is asking, I haven't made love before, blah, blah, blah. This weekend I will for the first time with my partner because we're getting married. Any tips on how to please my partner and maybe not stuff it up, I suppose is what she's trying to say. Just
Well,
paraphrasing the whole text.
I can only take it from the male perspective.
Yeah, that's exactly what she wants.
Oh, right, okay. I think that you've got to not to put too much pressure on yourselves. Because, pressure in the bedroom very rarely accounts for a productive ending.
That's right.
I think you've got to be gentle with each other. You've got
Yes,
to take
indeed.
your time, not rush into anything. Clearly, Jenny hasn't, because
Yep.
she saved herself for her marriage.
And you did right there. No pressure. No pressure to perform. I mean, it takes you years and years and years to learn to be a great lover. And, you could argue you never get it right.
It'll take you that long.
Well, I kind of feel like that instinctually I was from the beginning. But no, I take your point.
I'll just add to what Jay said and totally support what he said. But just add to it, remember, testicles aren't stress balls, is all I'll say there.
Yeah.
But other than that, knock yourself out pretty much. But anyway, what's coming up?
You got a bit of a head start though, didn't you, Jace? High school.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was one of those kids that developed really early. I mean, I had this voice.
Not just your head.
Yeah. No, my head was massive my whole life, but on my shoulders. And but I had this voice from the age of like 11. And so for some reason, woman found my voice attractive. And so I was a lover very early on in my life.
Okay.
So...
Well,
as I say,
first time was it an older woman that took you under her wing, sort of like a graduate scenario, like a...
Yes, it was, Lee.
Yeah.
Yes, it was, actually, and I benefited greatly from that tutelage.
She must have thrown you around like an empty tracksuit.
Is she still alive?
No, she's not, Lee. This has gone on a very weird tangent, but that's what you get on Change It Up Tuesday. The Black Keys.
Bhuja with Lee and Jace. Text them on 3483 or call 0800 HODAHEN.
The Black Keys there on Daddy Bhuja, Lee Hunt, Jason Hoyt, Lobo de Noche. The reason I said at the beginning of that second voice break, oh my God, was because I've just noticed that we've had installed in the studios, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 massive lights. And someone from out in the offices, Lee Hart, has a remote control and can turn them on.
Yeah,
I felt like I was suddenly in the spotlights trying to escape a German prisoner of war camp. It was bloody intense.
Good God.
Very intense.
That's right. Now, look, we were trying to give someone a call. It's some breaking sports news, of course. The New Zealand 18-foot skiff team. I mean, I know you're big on skiffs.
Yeah, I love my skiffs.
The 18-foot skiff team just placed first and second in the World Champs in Sydney, of course. That was last week. That's the first time the Kiwis have beat the Aussies in 47 years.
Wow, that's amazing.
So we're trying to break through to these guys on the phone so we can have a bit of a chat to them.
Yeah, sounds good,
about
man.
that. So if we ring you, it's us. Give us answer the phone.
It's not the IRD.
Well, it's interesting because, I always thought a skiff was just for your fishing. You know what I mean? Of course, I take my skiff out.
It's good for your fishing.
I take the skiff out all the time to do a bit of fishing. And I never knew you could actually race skiffs. So I'd love to talk to these guys if they could answer their phone. It would be good.
Do you want me to try them again?
Yeah, give it a call. Just give them a call on air there, just while we're chatting. Jason and I will just talk among ourselves while you dial that and see what happens.
I've already dialed it. I
Have
can
you?
chat with you if you like.
Okay, here we go. Isn't that?
Got nimble fingers, you see.
Oh, there we go.
You can get like little lavender capsules that you can enemize yourself with.
God, I hope they answer.
Is this related?
No, not at all. But I found out today you can get them because I've been having some trouble with my stuff.
You have reached the voicemail.
No.
Trying to give these people some exposure.
Well, I think the problem is often the case, is they see private number and they think it's either the IRD or the council or something wanting
Or
money.
a psychotic ex-girlfriend who's done 0197 before dialing.
What does that do?
It comes up as private number.
Is that right?
Really?
Well, it used to back in the day. Well, back when you used a landline, I suppose.
0197, so they can't recognise your number. Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Made you inconspicuous.
Hey, well, we'll try and get hold of the skiff guy very shortly again. So if you are listening, answer your phone, would you?
And remember later on, of course, we're going to do a bit of a reach out for prizes. Prizes from the listeners to us.
Bloody Nora, that takes me back. Midnight Oil, their dead heart on Radio Hodiki.
That's right. We mentioned earlier that I might just read the text in its entirety. The New Zealand 18-foot skiff team just placed first and second in the World Champs in Sydney last week. First time the Kiwis have beaten the Dingoes in 47 years. If you guys are lacking in material on today's show, you can throw a massive congrats to the... Look, see? We're not lacking in material.
Yeah.
We're just thinking that's a great excuse to have a chat to some bloody good Kiwis.
It's not
bloody
why we're
oath.
doing this 25 minutes into the show.
No. I mean, if we were lacking in material. I mean, I like the guy, but come on now. But we've got Dave on the line. G'day, mate.
How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks, Dave. Yourself?
Yeah, not bad.
So talk us through this. The 18-foot skiff team, what are we talking about here? Because I don't think any of us in the studio have actually ever heard of that before.
Oh, we know what you're talking about, but just for the benefit of our listeners, perhaps.
I know all about it.
Yeah, it's a yacht, 18 foot long.
Oh,
and
right, yeah.
So we were doing a sailing competition. It was actually the World Championships over in Sydney. They hold every year.
And you got first and second, is that right?
I personally came first. Another Kiwi came second. Yeah.
Oh, so you've only got one person on these yachts?
Three men.
Three men.
Okay, but only you came first.
I guess the guy in front of me actually came first because he crossed the finish line before I did. But
Okay.
we're in the same team. Yeah.
You're sitting in the middle, are you?
Bit of a Edmund Tenzing scenario.
Yeah, I'm actually at the back, but yeah, there's a bigger guy in the front and an even bigger guy in the middle, yeah.
But as a team, yeah, I see what you're saying then.
Yeah, the
Okay.
team came first, I think is what David's saying.
And that's the first time in 47 years. That's pretty good going, isn't it?
It's the first time ever for a Kiwi in Sydney, and it's the first time a Kiwi has won it in 44 years. They last won in Auckland.
Good golly.
Jeez, that's amazing. Tell me, does the 18-foot skiffs, are they in the Olympics or anything like that?
No, we got banned from the Olympics. I think the 18-foot skiff boys drink too much piss or something like that. I don't know.
What were you banned for?
why they-
Anything you can talk about?
What's that?
What were you actually banned for?
I think they drink too much piss.
Oh, yeah.
Right, yeah,
That's
no.
no good.
Actually, the ACC was banned for the same... The Alternative Commentary Collective was banned for the same reason, my friend, so we can relate to that.
I thought you were just banned because it was a bit rough.
Yeah.
well, yeah, that as well. I mean, obviously it wasn't our best work, but, you know...
a few reasons, actually. But what's the plan from here? So you guys are back in New Zealand now?
Yeah, we've come back. We've got a trophy that's, I don't know, I think it's 80 years old or something like that.
Brilliant.
We've got a trophy in a cabinet, and we'll plan to have the regatta here in New Zealand next time.
Definitely.
Is there a lot of sledging in the sport, or are you too far away from each other?
Not so much sledging, but there's definitely a lot of shit talking, yeah.
Yeah,
Hand gestures and whatnot.
and tell me, Dave, do you get any sort of monetary prize or anything like that? Or is there any...
Yeah, we're sponsored by Honda Marine. So,
Honda Marine, yeah.
You know, big shout out to the old Honda outboards.
Yeah, there you go. Great outboards, the old Hondas.
Yeah, no, they're not bad. They go all right, and there's money and everything involved in it.
Oh, good stuff. Do you do any fishing off the skiff?
Yeah, we caught a couple of kawai.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Yeah, you just let that line go out behind the boat, the back of the skiff, do you?
Yeah, high speed trawling is what it's called.
Yeah,
Trawling,
nice.
yeah,
Yeah,
straight
bit
in
of
the
trawling.
smoker.
That's what I like to do in my skiff. Do a bit of trawling.
Yeah,
Bleed it and then chuck it straight in the smoker.
Yeah, beautiful, mate. But it's,
that's right. That's right where the old trophy's sitting right now, actually.
By the smoker.
Yeah, mate.
There you go. I'll tell you what, Dave, thanks for chatting, and all the best with the future with skiff racing or whatever else you're going to be doing.
yeah, congratulations,
Yeah, all right.
buddy.
Thank you.
There you go. See?
Thanks, mate. What a great bloke.
See, not just rugby and that on this show.
Oh, no, hell no. It's Queens of the Stone Age. This is Bhuja.
Bhuja with Lee and Jace on Radio Hauraki.
Queens of the Stone Age, their daily Bhuja for Change It Up Tuesday.
Did they get a special dispensation for that extra 45 seconds?
No, I don't know that they did, actually, to be honest with you.
Okay, make a note of that.
Yeah, do make a note of it. Put it in the log if you want there. Tell you a weird thing. I was in the supermarket today, and this isn't totally...
Is this a slice of life?
No,
or-
not really.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, no, it's not really a slice of life.
Okay.
But it's just something that weirds me out. There was a couple in there, right? They're obviously together. They would have been about my age, sort of late 30s. And...
Which was
Which
it?
was it?
Pardon?
Well, the late 30s or your age? Which was it?
No, they were about my age, late 30s. Anyway, that's irrelevant.
I'm confused.
That's irrelevant. And they were doing their shopping together, right? And they're walking along, and the guy said to the woman, "Mummy, what do you think of these?" And she was like, "Oh, no, the kids don't like those, Daddy." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, did I just hear that wrong? Was that just really weird?" But I was sort of following, because I couldn't really get past them. They were going all the way down the aisle going, "Mummy, are we getting these?" Or blah, blah. And she was going, no, Daddy, blah, 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 doesn't like those. I just find that really creepy,
Yeah.
calling each other Mummy and Daddy.
Maybe they're new parents and they're really thriving on the whole thing. And
Oh, it's just creepy.
it is creepy.
Well, for me, it's the same thing as like people that introduce their partners as my lover. You know, when you're at a party or something and they go, "Oh, by the way, this is my lover, Barry." You know, it's like, well, I don't need to know that you're shagging each other.
We get it, Linda, you bang.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I'll often go, "This is my first wife." You know, I'm introducing people.
Yeah, well, that's okay. But when people go, oh, this is my lover, you go, well,
Yeah.
I do not need to know that you're shagging each other. I mean, why would I want to know that you're... I mean, obviously, if you're a partnership, the chances are that you are shagging each
Because
other.
it changes later on, doesn't it? Because you'll meet someone at the supermarket, might be a young woman your age, and she comes over and says, oh, how you going? You got any kids? You go, no. And you have. But for some reason, you just say, no, I haven't.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is. You just say no, as opposed to calling each other mummy and daddy. You just kind of deny it.
Yes, that's right. I just find that sort of thing really creepy.
Or is it mummy and daddy in a sexual way?
Well,
That's
no,
even worse.
No, because it was like in kiddie voices.
Oh, so it wasn't like daddy.
Yeah, big daddy or hot mummy. No, it was but I'm sorry, but mummy isn't sexy.
No.
And daddy, well, I suppose
No.
no,
You like
daddy's
being
not sexy either. Mummy and daddy. I mean, if it's ma, well, not even ma and pa works, really, does it?
No, I think we've just established that. And I think that you stay away from the maternal, paternal names, don't you?
Yeah, I think so.
Papa.
Fatboy Slim there this Tuesday afternoon.
Real fat beat.
It is a fat beat, old Fatboy Slim, no question about that. I'll tell you what, the phone lines are very full as well, so let's go and speak to a Bhujanist out there. Oh, he just dropped off the line as soon as I pushed it. G'day, mate.
How's it going?
G'day, mate.
Yeah, very well. Who are we speaking
Turn it
to?
down, boss. Turn it down.
Yeah, turn
Sorry,
it.
just talking to the lad next to me.
Good on you, mate. Who are we talking to?
Jared.
Jared.
Yep, that's the one.
How you going, man? What's going on with Jared at the moment?
Oh, not too much. We're just rolling back into Invis, finish a hard day's work, Got to get the mahi done. Got to go and sip away on the Wakakingi now, eh?
Oh,
Yeah, good on you.
Mahi.
jeez.
Beautiful.
And what sort of work do you do, Jared?
I've just started fabrication,
What is
Okay.
that, like making stuff up?
like sheet metal engineering, I guess.
Oh, right, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
You could sort of argue, Lee Hart, that we're kind of fabricators in a strange way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, well, that's good stuff, Jared. Can I ask what you're calling up about, buddy?
Heard the bloody eagle go, so thought I'd give you the call and tell you the
I
name
think
of
it's
the
an eagle.
song. Or
mean the old-
the bloody...
Bhuja Hawk.
Yeah, that's the one.
You can tell us the name of the song as well if you want to, Jared. That's fine by us, mate.
I'm not actually too sure on the name, but I know who sings it.
Right.
What song?
He thinks it might
but-
be Name That Tune, you see.
I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, I know.
I guess it's The Who, like I should.
Ah,
Okay, well,
okay, why not?
God, he's good.
Jeez, I mean, you haven't even played it, and Jared knew before you
I-
even
I-
played.
I-
That's amazing, Jared.
He knew that before Lee knew it.
I reckon, eh? I reckon.
Good on
All
you,
you got
buddy.
to do is put the chorus together and you got it, eh?
Sweet.
Have.
Good on you, man. Well, you stay on the line, and our good man Tom in Studio B will sort you out with the prize. Thanks for listening, and thanks for giving us a call.
Oh, you beauty. No, cheers, boys. Take
Good.
her easy, eh?
Yeah, same with you, mate. Same with you. There you go, eh? I think that's the first time we've ever had Name That Tune predicted before it's even gone to air. Amazing.
That's right.
Not gonna lie, I'm impressed.
So I don't have to do it.
I guess not. Here's Colt.
Bhuja with Lee Hart and Jason Hoyt on till 7 tonight on Radio Hodaki.
Jeff Buckley there on Daddy Bhuja. If you could sing or have a voice like anyone in the world, past, present, alive or dead, Lee Hart, who would you most like to sing like?
I'll probably be mine. And you're going to say Jeff Buckley?
No.
Karen Harding?
No. Karen Hart.
Karen
No.
Harding.
Really? So you'd keep your own voice, would you?
I think you have to, don't you?
Well, not if you could have something that was significantly better.
What if you could have Morgan Freeman?
As a singing voice.
Morgan Freeman actually is a bloody good singer, Matt. Did you know that about Morgan Freeman?
No, I did not. But now I
He,
know.
yeah, he's got an amazingly good voice.
Chris Cornell.
Yeah, great voice, another great voice. What, you'd most want to sing like Chris Cornell?
Something like him. John Lennon, perhaps.
John Lennon, okay. Oh, I was just curious because I know you love your music and your tunes and that sort of stuff.
Bing Crosby.
Yeah, Bing Crosby. Yep, another good one. Hey, the time is 4:55, which usually means we're going to do Name That Tune, but tell me, Lee Hart, are you ready to do Name
Yeah,
That
I can
Tune?
pull something together. I can,
I mean, we can hold it off for another minute, until after 5.
It'll be right.
You're going to do it?
You will do something.
All right, here it is, Lee Hart's Name That Tune.
could almost pull off like a Louis Armstrong.
Singing. I got trees.
There you go.
He's learn the trumpet now.
Okay, what I'm going to do. What I might do is.
I'd actually like to be Stevie Wonder.
You'd like to sing like Stevie Wonder?
Yeah.
Or do you want to be blind?
No, I want to sing like Stevie. Carry on. Sorry. My bad.
I think your head's too big to be Stevie Wonder because you know how he sort of rocks it round a bit. You'd probably end up.
Well, I wasn't
falling
saying
off the piano.
I wasn't saying that I wanted to have the mannerisms of Stevie Wonder. I just said I wanted to. He had a great voice. Can you find some Stevie Wonder for me, please, Matt?
No, look, we haven't got time.
Yeah, well, we're going to play some later.
We have to give you cornrows.
What I'm going to do?
What do you think I'd look like with cornrows? I'd look pretty cool.
What I'm going to do, fellas? I'm going to pick up a part of a song halfway through it,
That's crazy talk.
but it's still identifiable.
Great.
Hey, and it's what do you call it? Tuesday.
Change it up
There
Tuesday.
you go. So here we go. So that's the key you're in, people, kids out there. C. If you're at home practicing along with Name That Tune, get your guitars out. We're in the key of C. Now, here we go.
There you go. If you can name that tune, give us a call right now on 0800 Hodak. He'd love to hear from you.
Welcome to the show for bloody good Kiwis across the country. This is Bhuja with Lee Hart and Jason Hoyt.
Yeah, sure is great having your company this Tuesday afternoon before 5. We had Lee Hart's Name That Tune. The phone lines, as always, have gone crazy. Let's...
We get a recap?
Oh, right, okay.
Okay.
Let's go to Maureen in Whangarei. Maureen, g'day.
Hi.
How are you?
going?
Yeah, good,
Great,
thanks, mate.
thanks.
Well, how about yourself?
Great.
What's going on for Maureen at the moment?
I'm running a bath. I'm loading the dishwasher. And getting
Using a
dinner
lot of water.
organised.
Multitasking by the sounds of it.
Multitasking,
Yeah,
Maureen.
washing coming in a minute too. Yeah.
Is it Maureen or
Yeah,
Maureen?
darling.
Because I've got a great aunt who goes...
Maureen.
All
Irish
right, my
Maureen.
great aunt Lucy.
Maureen. Very
Yeah, like
nice.
old lady's name.
Hey,
yeah.
what have you got planned for St. Patrick's Day coming up?
I'm going to Womad actually.
Oh,
I'm
great.
Something a bit of Irish down there.
That's in New Plymouth, eh? The old Womad.
Yeah.
Yes. Good
We're
times.
heading down Thursday.
Brilliant, Maureen. Oh,
Yeah.
no, how do you say it again?
My name?
Yeah.
Maureen.
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 Okay. Maureen, can you name that tune?
Yes.
Way you go.
Aerosmith. She Talks to Angels.
I'm going to have to say no on this occasion.
Oh, no.
Oh, have I got the band wrong?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'll be listening to that later on just to see if it is anything like it. But I'm going to have
Any
to say no.
similarities? Hey, Maureen, thanks so much for the call. You have a great afternoon and thanks for listening.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, mate. Let's go to Lisa, an Auckland child psychologist. Lisa, g'day, mate.
Hey guys, how you going?
Yeah, very well yourself.
Yeah, not too bad. It's not good.
So you're a child psychologist.
Yes, I am indeed.
Okay. We've been talking about kids a lot on this show. A number of weeks back, Jason and I both got kids now, but when they were young, I was using a cat flap type thing for a child to come in and out of the house.
Oh, yeah, when they were crawling.
The kids flap, we used to call it. And that's about a 1 year old. Thoughts on that? Does that affect the child psychologically long term?
That is actually a top-notch parenting strategy.
There you go.
Oh,
I think it affected the dog more psychologically than the child because the child was always in there and the dog could never get through it.
right,
Yes,
okay.
that's true. I think you might want to get an animal psychologist into the dog.
Okay.
You are confusing your young dog.
Great.
there.
Well, it's great to hear that I did no harm then.
Yes, no harm to the child, just perhaps a little bit to the dog.
And to be fair, Benny does have some massive psychological issues,
He does
Lisa.
now, yeah.
All right, Lisa, can you name that tune?
I think I can. Is it with a little help from my friends from the Wonderful Beatles?
Ooh. No cigar, I'm afraid, on this occasion.
Oh,
But you're close.
sorry about that, Lisa, but hey,
No
thanks
worries.
for the call. You have a great afternoon.
No worries, thanks, lads.
Bye. Let's go to Steve in Papakura. Steve, g'day, mate.
Yeah, g'day.
How you going?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, excellent. Now, I got a feeling, Steve, I can feel it in my bones that you're going to know what this is. Can you name that tune, Steve?
Yes, I can. It is Let It Be by the Beatles.
Yeah, of
course
you're
it
right,
is,
mate.
mate.
We picked it up halfway through, you see, so well done. Just before the solo. Check the solo out, Jace. One of those heartfelt guitar solos you're ever going to hear. Bit of George Harrison for you coming up.
It's giving me flashbacks to 3 a.m. Lee making you watch Beatles YouTube clips
Had I tied you down by then?
in his garage.
Yeah.
You never see it coming.
No, it's a great tune, no doubt about it. Steve, well done, my friend. Stay on the line and Tom will sort you out with the prize. How does that sound?
Sweet, thanks.
Good on you, mate. Just like that. Let's go into a bit of Muse.
Bhuja with Lee and Jace on Radio Hauraki.
Muse there on Daily Bhuja. It was very comforting, actually, that we spoke to Lisa, the child psychologist, and she said that, you know, the old kid flap was totally fine and legitimate and there was nothing wrong with
I
it.
must admit, I didn't get a chance to ask about the guinea pig cage that you were running outside of the lawn for your child.
I kind of deliberately left that out, but I also left out your blow darts because I didn't know how she would feel about taking the alpha child
The
down.
other thing we used to do, and I think a lot of parents used to do this, I think you might have done this, is, you know, with the harness on them, outdoors, if you're busy in the kitchen and stuff, you know, the wire that just runs up to the washing line, and they've got like a run they can go up and down. Just
right, yeah.
So you can either attach it to a straight washing line, or one of the like a, what do you call those washing lines? Like a tripody, like a spinny thing, and you can just hook on to one of the things, and they can just walk round and round in circles around the washing line.
Yeah, that's
brilliant. Hours of fun.
That's beginning to sound a bit concentration camp like, actually walking
around in circles. Well, that's the problem with kids nowadays. They don't concentrate enough. They've got to learn to focus and just make their own fun in their own heads. We're giving them devices the whole time now.
Totally, mate.
Our child psychologist would have told us this if she was
look,
here.
we're having a massive thing in our household at the moment about no devices, no appliances. You know what I mean? Well, not appliances, but you know what I mean.
Is this with the kids or?
Yeah. Well, no, the whole family. You know, I said to my wife, no more devices.
And she said, except for me.
Pretty much. Yeah. But, you know, because kids do, and they just get on the computer or their phones or whatever, it just drives me nuts.
So just putting them in the garden there, in a little zone, and let them have to think, work out what this is, what that is. It's great for their heads.
Well, you know what it was like when when you were a kid, Lee Hart, and your parents, you'd go on board and they'd go, I don't care, get outside and find something to do. And they'd literally lock you out.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I remember for Christmas one year, my father got a brand new pair of shoes for Christmas, right?
Well, that was big of her because he made your shoes, so he got himself
he got a brand new pair of shoes for Christmas, right?
Yes.
Guess what I got?
Homemade ones?
No, a shoebox.
And
I got a shoebox that his shoes came in.
I bet you were massively excited about getting that shoebox.
Holes in it. I made a house, all sorts of stuff. Brilliant.
Didn't you used to have like dolls and things as well that he used to make you?
I had an Action Man.
Oh, an Action Man. Right, okay.
Yeah, I was a bit of an arsonist in a way when I was a kid. I had an Action. Remember
that
Action Man?
Doesn't surprise me.
You have Action Man, and I used to put him on a parachute and make my own parachutes and throw them up in the air, this sort of stuff. And then that was getting a bit tedious, so I'd shoot at him with an air rifle from a distance and sort of like taking shots at him. Then actually filled his head up with petrol once, and I kind of blew him up. We had a lot of petrol lying around because Dad had motorbikes and things.
You see, this is a great thing that kids can do, Lee Hart. You know what I mean? Using your imagination, blowing up dolls.
That's it.
God. Times have changed, eh?
Haven't they?
Not to be confused with other blow-up dolls.
Well, that's the more as you get older, but...
Would you consider a blow-up doll a device, Matt, on that?
Never really thought about it, to be honest. I suppose it is a device in a way because it sort of...
distracts you from what?
Propels you.
Propels you?
Certainly gets you from A to B in a way. Don't ask me.
And he's just got a bit weird on it there. Oh, is this a bit of Mazzy Star? Mazzy Star there, Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah, it kind of takes me back. Remember slow dancing to that?
Yeah. Well, it's a kind of slow dancing tune, really, isn't it? You know?
Yeah.
Or the sort of one that you put your lighter up and light it, and sort of sway in the crowd.
Where were you doing that?
Pardon?
Where were you doing that?
What, holding my lighter up?
Yeah, well, you're slow dancing, yeah.
At a do and Mazzy was playing it.
Oh, it's a live gig, was it?
Oh no, it wasn't live, but she was. That song came out, "Fade Into You."
So was she there or she wasn't there?
Who, Maddie?
Yeah.
No, Maddie wasn't there.
Who's Maddie?
So it's just on the.
Oh, sorry, Mazzy.
So it's just on the stereo system, was it?
Well, I don't know that it was a stereo. Well, you know what do DJs have? They have I suppose it was.
Mazzy's not a person; it's a band.
Yeah, but I mean, it was named after. Isn't the lead singer Mazzy? I'm pretty sure the lead singer is called Mazzy.
No, it's Hope, I think.
Oh,
But either way, they weren't there though, of course.
no, Hope wasn't there.
We was Hope, so there's no one there from the band. You were just listening to the song.
Yes.
You're not sure if it was a stereo system.
Look, there may have been a Hope there. I don't know, but no, but Mazzy wasn't there.
What was the occasion? Can you remember?
Oh, it was just a maybe a get together of friends, and we ended up
Was it a funeral or wake or anything?
No, it wasn't a wake. I might have been actually. It might have been a wake because there was like food and stuff.
Were you dancing it away?
Okay. Great story.
Thanks, mate.
Jason Hoyt, Lee Hart. It's Bhuja on Radio Hauraki.
Faith No More there on Daily Bhuja. Now, Placemakers Monster Tool Sale is on now till April 16th. And to celebrate, the good folk at Placemakers have given us an 8-piece Milwaukee Power Toolkit to give away, which is worth over $2,000, which is a hell of a prize. And also each Tuesday and Thursday, I'll profile a different tool from the 8-piece Milwaukee set. If you can tell us what tool it is, you'll win a 2-piece Milwaukee tool set. Plus, you can enter the draw to win the whole 8-piece kit at hodaki.co.nz, just like that. But it's time right now, Lee Hart, to play Jason Hoyt's Name That Tool.
You can't do the intro yourself, can you?
Oh, okay.
It's time now for Jason Hoyt's Name That Tool.
Now, this is an interesting one, this one. We had a bit of a controversy last week. I'm
going to bring my my tool knowledge into this one. I'm going to step in if I feel the person has the right answer, Jace.
Okay, so if you know... we haven't played it yet, have we? That was the sting that you just did before.
So listen up closely, New Zealand. Listen up closely.
Here we go. This is the tool for today. God, I'm making a hell of a mess of the studio desk. I really need a bit of wood to do this sort of stuff on. So if you know what that is, give us a call right now on 0800 Hodaki, and you could win that amazing prize if you guess right. In the meantime, here's the Raconteurs. This is Bhuja. There you go. The Raconteurs there on Daily Bhuja. And we're playing Jace's Name That Tool. The phone lines have gone crazy, Lee Hart. And this is an interesting one, isn't it?
Do we do the tool again?
Yeah, do the tool again. Why not?
Well, you got to do it.
Well, apparently I can't introduce it myself, you said, so Lee has to do it.
Well,
no, just the tool. Just fire it up again.
Oh, okay. I really am making a mess of things here.
Probably shouldn't have done that.
Okay. Let's go to Daryl. G'day, mate.
Here you go.
Yeah, good. Daryl, yourself?
Yeah, good, mate. Cheers.
Excellent. So tell me, Daryl, can you name that tool?
Yeah, Diner drill.
No.
I'm afraid not, mate.
Sorry about that, Daryl. Sorry, mate, but
Masonry drill.
No. But have a great afternoon. Thanks for the call. Let's go to Phil, Auckland Marine Maintenance. Is that right, Phil?
That's right.
So you'd know your tools, I imagine, Phil.
I hope so.
Okay, my friend. What do you think that tool is?
It sounds like a reciprocating saw.
Bang on!
Yes, it is. I tell you what, we would have accepted saber saw.
Yep.
As well, or perhaps even jigsaw.
Yeah, jigsaw a bit more out there, but you're completely right, Phil. It is a reciprocating saw, which means that you win that 2-piece Milwaukee tool set, my friend. How does that sound?
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you.
No worries, my friend. Stay on the line and Tom will sort you out now. With regards to that reciprocating saw, everyone, it has a power state brushless motor delivering 3000 SPM with a pivoting shoe and 22mm stroke length. 22mm stroke length.
A pivoting shoe.
And a pivoting shoe. So make sure you go down to that Placemaker's Monster Tool sale until April 16th, because seriously, it's featuring all the best brands and some fantastic bargains.
And you can go to hodaki.co.nz and go on the draw for the old 8-piece.
Oh, you can, mate.
You can.
Good news all around, Matty. Good news all around.
Yeah, it is.
This is Bhuja. She had there on Daddy Bhuja. 5:43 is the time this Tuesday afternoon. How do you feel that Change It Up Tuesday's going, Lee?
Yeah, not bad. I think we could have changed it up a little more here, there.
Yeah, maybe.
Just a little bit, but...
Small steps, as they say, small steps.
That's what we can change it up more next Tuesday.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of texts coming in say, hey guys, top-notch show, first-time listener, love the show, we'll be listening again and again. Hi guys, love the show, we'll be telling all my friends about it. How long... what time do you go to? 7 o'clock. Another guy goes, awesome show, guys. How did I not hear about this show earlier? You guys are awesome stuff. Another guy here, top notch. You guys are wicked, real fat stuff.
Was that PH?
Yeah.
Or F? Oh.
Yeah. So it seems pretty popular out there at the moment.
Oh, well, it's always encouraging to get that kind of feedback. Was that on the text line, did you say?
Yeah. Another guy's asking, hi guys, are you broadcasting in Stewart Island?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't believe that we do, but we have had calls from Stewart Island, so the
let's find
iHeart
out now. Are we in Stewart Island or not? On the frequency, let us know, please, if you're listening. Or are we on the iHeart network? Put it this way, are the people listening to us in Stewart Island? If they are, how are you listening to us?
Well, I do recall in the far reaches of my brain, Lee Hart, that someone called us from Stewart Island, but it was through iHeart Radio, I think, was how it all worked out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we don't have a Stewart Island frequency per se.
We've actually got very limited frequencies generally all over the place, but...
well, we're getting less and less all the time, which is a bit disappointing, you know, for a top-notch radio show.
Oh, we've got 17.
17 what?
Frequencies.
Oh, right, okay. Good stuff.
I know, but that's not as many as other radio stations, is it?
Now, listen...
You know what they say, it's not how many
frequencies
you've got.
With my dog, I don't know if I told you this, ages ago, she got this really terrible rash around her face. And it wasn't fleas or scurvy or anything like that. It was... The vet reckoned it was because she was allergic to something in the garden, some sort of vegetation that was causing that stuff.
Yeah, I think you told us the story. You're going to run through it again, eh?
No. But what's happened is she's got it back again, and she massively, itching herself all the time and drawing blood and stuff and running her face along the carpet to try and scratch it. You know what that's like when you go to...
Are you wanting a listener to give you some advice on this?
Well, no, because she's actually been given one of those... You know those like
buckets,
plastic tubular things around her head so she can't scratch herself? How infuriating would that be if you had a massively itchy face and nose and mouth and you couldn't scratch it?
Well, I had one of those buckets on my head for a while.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. How would you deal with it? I mean, if you had itchy testicles and they were encased in a plastic box and you couldn't touch... I mean, that's going to make you go insane, isn't it? Imagine it.
I know, but I think the idea is...
so that they don't scratch themselves to blood, which is what she's been doing.
Yeah.
But, God, how do you deal with not being able to scratch a massively itchy face?
These texts coming in, we're hearing you loud and clear from Stuart's house in Cashmere. So that's not what we're after.
No.
Good on you, you guys at Stuart's house. Glad you've tuned in. Great to have you on board. We're just at the moment in Stewart Island, the south, the island at the bottom of the island of the South Island there.
Yeah.
If we're there.
Is it not your weed plants and your spouting you've got there? Maybe.
Well, I don't know what it is, but it's really costing a fortune.
God. I will tell you this. Another text coming about Wakachangi, where I can get it, etc. You can actually get it on Stewart Island. You can get it on Stewart Island down at the local store there, so make sure you get in there and purchase some. That's why I asked.
Yeah, I thought it might have been. I had to Vegas, especially. That might have been why you mentioned it.
When you crack the rhythm and words I'll make you cool.
Manic Street Preachers there on Daddy Bhuja. That was especially for Julie, James, Philip, John, Leslie, and Andrew.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wanted that, so we delivered for them. That's great news.
And just regarding the itching, Jace, someone's got in touch. Jace, ask your vet for Apoquel or Cytopoint. Both should stop the itching. It's obviously for the dog, not for you.
Yeah, well, she's on steroids at the moment too. That's how serious it is. God, bloody full noise. Hey,
I'm
what have we got?
wondering about the hygiene in your house and stuff. How's that?
No, it's the house is pretty clean, but it's just we've got a huge backyard. And there's been porcupines, well, hedgehogs, I should say, and we've got possums down the back there. I just wonder if she's sort
Rats?
of... Maybe right down the back there might be a rat. Maybe she's taken after a rat.
Maybe.
Could be that.
Your place not it's not like getting infestation there, is there?
Not that I'm aware of, but there is the odd scuffling occasionally inside. You're saying I've got some sort of rat infestation in my
I'm
house?
not sure.
Right, okay.
It could be cockroaches or who knows?
Well, I don't think it's cockroaches because no, it's not cockroaches.
Okay.
All right, plenty more coming up after 6 on Daily Bhuja. Lee Hart, tell them what's coming up, my friend.
Well, I'll tell you what we've got coming up. Music, mayhem, and a little story from Jason Hoyt about going to the doctor.
And just get it right into the cavity, and that way your meat doesn't dry out. You know what I mean?
We're talking about the same thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, okay.
And then, put your potatoes and stuff around.
Oh,
it.
yeah, okay. I thought you were talking about that. Okay.
Yeah.
Look, you're talking earlier on about your dog with that bucket-type cone on its head.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned I had that for about 8 weeks.
Yeah, you did say something about
When I
that.
first moved to Auckland and I was job hunting. Bloody hard to job hunt. You're putting your CV out everywhere, you're working your ass off getting your CV.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, Murphy's Law, sure enough, why you've got the cone on is when you're getting all the interviews.
Yeah.
8 job interviews I had to go and show up to, trying to get taken seriously with a big plastic cone on your
around
head.
your head.
They can hardly hear you speak.
Well, it would be like an echo going on,
totally,
wouldn't it?
totally.
Yeah.
So they're sort of talking into the cone, asking you questions about your business, and going, and your experience. And they don't really want to ask you what's wrong, but so it's just bloody frustrating. And I remember the last job I was very close to getting,
Right,
and
okay.
I'm sure it was because I had the cone on my head that I didn't get it.
Okay, what was the job?
It was actually working in a Chinese restaurant as a maitre d'.
Right, okay. So, yeah, well, I could see why that would maybe hold you back a bit if they thought that you had that plastic cone around your head and you were the maitre d'. It would be quite off-putting turning up there to have a meal.
Well,
and
you're interacting with every guest that comes in there.
Well, exactly,
You're
yeah.
at the door, they come in, table for two. Some guy asks you if you...
Over here!
Would you like a table for two, and you've got to seat them, and sure enough, they sit down. You can hear them chatting. What's wrong? He's got a cone on his head.
He's got some weird
disease.
skin rash or something like that. Yeah,
It was
yeah.
actually my lack of Chinese language that actually, I think, was the biggest
hurdle
at the end of the day.
Right,
Not the cone that I had on my head.
Can I ask you why you had the cone on your head?
Pardon?
Can I ask you why you had the cone on your head?
I just had like a skin condition at that time.
Right, okay, and it was affecting your neck and face and stuff? Or?
Yeah, and obviously the natural thing to do is to scratch it.
Yeah.
So when you've got the cone on, you put the cone on, you got to wear it 24/7.
Tell me, when you had the cone on, how was it showering?
We had to be real quick because it would fill up with water.
Yeah, well, that's what I was wondering, yeah.
But, if you want to wallow, you can just have a snorkel. And you can
have a snorkel down the... Or you can just tip your head to the side every sort of 2 minutes.
Yeah, but, I'm a sort of a straight shower. I had a lot of baths at that time.
Yeah, well, that would make sense.
But, yeah, the shower would fill it up. You actually feel like you're in a submarine that's being torpedoed every time you have a shower, because it's starting to... I'd sort of imagine that, too. I'd sort of put siren noises on and, we've been hit, just to keep myself excited.
Yeah.
About the fact that I had the cone on. But it's just, socially, it's not...
It's a bit weird, yeah. I get what you're saying.
You're not going to get a lot of one-night stands when you've got a cone around your neck. Stop yourself scratching,
Jason Hoyt, Lee Hart, it's Bhuja on Radio Hauraki.
I tell you what, that was a bit of Green Day, and I'm so glad we played it there because, you know, it was about this time of the evening that I tend to fade, and there's nothing like a little bit of Green Day to put a bit of lead in my pencil on to get me standing up and getting ready and getting stuck into it.
And also, you know, we got this far through the show, and I was going, what's going on here?
Yeah.
We haven't had any Green Day yet.
Isn't that weird? Because I was actually standing here going, well, are we missing
What's
something
wrong?
today?
Something wrong here.
Something's not quite right because, and I just couldn't put my finger on it, and then boom, Green Day came on, and I went, oh, of course we haven't played any Green Day. That'll be what
and
it
everything's
is.
back to normal.
Yeah, and now I feel like, you know, everything's back to
I thought
normal.
it might have something to do with changing up Tuesday or something. We weren't going to play Green Day or something, but no, we've done it.
Actually, I had that happen to me on the Tuesday last week, and I was going, what's going on here? And I was about 6:20, and I was feeling a bit like something weird about the show, and I realised there hadn't been any Foo Fighters in the show, and then we played the Foo Fighters. I was like, oh, that's right, okay, yeah, there we go, we're back on an even keel.
It's actually the Wednesday, last show.
Last Wednesday?
It must have been Wednesday because you were wearing that sequin thing you had.
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Definitely the Wednesday.
The boo thing.
And it's about 6:25 or so, and I was thinking, hold on, what's going on here? Is one of us missing? Something's weird. Guess what?
What?
No Chili Peppers.
Oh.
And then the Chili Peppers came on. I thought, sweet.
Well, it's funny you should say that because you know how we were down in Dunedin doing the show from, I mean, that was already weird doing it from a liquor store anyway. And I was going, but that's not what it is. It's not that we're doing it from a liquor store. Then at about 6:27, I went, oh, you know what it is? No Blink 182.
That's right. I remember you saying that. That's right. Just goes to show,
Well, it just goes to show never take anything for granted, Lee, huh?
That's right.
Because the day may come where we do a show and there's no Foo Fighters, there's no Green Day, there's no Red Hot Chili Peppers,
then
and no
what would
Blink
we
182. Exactly.
What would we do?
Exactly. Oh, we got The Cure next, have we? Love this song.
Bhuja with Lee and Jace. Text them on 3483 or call 0800 HODAKEN.
New one there from the war on drugs. Now, pretty exciting news on the Instagram front at the moment, Lee Hart. What are we, like 130 off 10,000 punters there, Maddie?
I just want to thank the last 20 people to come on board on that.
Yeah, no, please do, because
Doug,
I think
Aaron, Jake, Tim, Ratish, Liam, Bob, Anna, Omar, Andrew, Brad, Nicholas, Tim, Alicia, and Kevin, Simon, Chris and Sammy.
Oh, amazing stuff.
Thanks for coming on board.
We got that big prize once it hits 10,000, isn't it? The old Daily Bhuja Instagram.
Once it gets to 10,000, we're going to put everybody in the draw. Everybody who has ever joined it.
Not just the last 100 or 200 who just signed up. We've got to reward everyone that's gone on the Instagram page.
Okay, what's the price? We've got to make a prize, otherwise people aren't going to take us seriously.
Yeah, well, I think you've got something to give away.
Okay, how about
tickets to somewhere?
How about a Wakachangi prize pack?
Yes.
Like, with at least 3 or 4 things in it.
Yeah, that sounds great, mate. So you're thinking maybe a T-shirt, a hat,
yep,
some beverages, maybe.
Yeah, I
don't know if you can do that legally.
Maybe.
Do you have like Wakachangi undergarments and stuff?
No, but working on it.
What about Wakachangi socks or something like that? Wakachangi bandanas, maybe.
We've got the hats, the T-shirts. There could be a mystery pack.
I tell you what, if you made Wakachangi undies, they'd go a real treat, mate. I reckon they would sell like hotcakes.
I'll write that down, actually.
Wakachangi undies.
What would they be, briefs or boxes? What are we running with nowadays?
Well, I prefer briefs. What about you, Matt?
Not like the jockey type.
Yeah, I'm sort of.
Yeah, I like the kind of stocking.
Like a what?
Well, not a stocking, but like a slightly elongated brief pant.
How elongated?
Well, so that the elastic's just above the knee.
It's quite elongated.
Well, the devil's in the detail. Look, the pack is there. That's the prize. We're going to announce it as soon as we get to, could be today, if we get to 100. We'll do the draw tomorrow. And we'll announce it on tomorrow's show.
Yeah, sounds good, mate.
We've got to hit 10,000 first, though.
Well, what are we on now?
Well, we're 130 off.
130 off.
So the next 130 people are really helping this cause. Get on there now. What's it called?
Daily Bhuja Instagram.
Daily Bhuja Instagram.
So do you deliver that prize yourself, Jess?
If I'm in the hood, if local, I will. If out of town, I'll try.
Otherwise, you mate Jace.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm happy to do it, mate. They'd probably rather see Lee, but that's all right.
No, don't know about that.
Let's
We'll
go.
both
Daily Bhuja with KFC. Indulge yourself with the new smoky barbecue bacon burger.
Lasagna, probably, I'd say, tonight.
What's that, mate?
Lasagna.
I had
Not-
lasagna last night.
Did you?
Not vegetable lasagna, I hope.
No.
I hate that stuff. You know, it's the sort of thing that you ate when you were a student because you couldn't afford meat. So you
Yeah.
have pumpkin and all sorts.
Just put eggplant in it.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Instead of
just
pasta.
disgusting. Instead of, it's just disgusting.
I'd imagine you doing that sort of thing, though. You're into the hummuses and stuff.
Well, I don't mind a bit of hummus, but no, vegetarian lasagna is where I draw the line, Lee Hart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Next, you'll start using grated carrot as cheese for your pizzas.
I told you that story, didn't I? I think I was telling someone the other day. Thomas Edison, the late great, the inventor. Did I tell you this about the soup?
I'm not sure, but tell it again.
So if he was hiring people to work at his company, where he invents stuff and that,
Yes.
he would always, during the job interview, he would always offer the person a cup of chicken soup, which he'd made.
Right, okay.
Right? And
Yeah,
then,
nice.
Yeah, then he'd watch them. And if they, sitting at a table there, if they went and put salt and pepper in it before they'd even tried it, he'd never hire them because they've got too many assumptions. You see?
Is that a true story?
It's a true story.
Oh,
so
that's brilliant.
he narrowed it down to 3 or 4 people, and it's quite clever because he's all about forget your assumptions. We're trying to reinvent stuff.
Think outside the square.
Think outside the square. You don't presume that it's not salty enough or not peppery enough. So so if they tasted it and then put it, that's fine because that means they're experimenting.
Yes.
But if they did it already, they're bringing on too much baggage. Clever.
That is very clever, actually. Very clever.
Tom, can you come through here, please? Thanks, mate. Welcome in. Look, there's a cup of coffee there. I just want you to just taste it if you can.
Okay.
Interesting.
What do you put on that?
Well, it's good that you didn't straight away. You didn't put sugar or anything in it, did you? You just tasted it.
I just took it. Did you put something in that?
No. I'm just saying that's good. See, he didn't assume there was enough sugar or milk in there.
Yeah.
He just drank it straight away.
You took it for what it was.
There is no sugar here.
Yeah, it's not a very good experiment actually because there's no sugar or anything in here.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah. I mean, if there had been sugar there or milk there, he might have put that in there.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Tom.
Thanks, mate. I think what it does show, though, in radio, you can't come on board with too many assumptions.
Yeah, totally, mate.
You can't assume that the listeners like what you're doing. You can't assume that the listeners are actually even listening.
Well, I actually assume that they're not, and they don't.
Yeah.
Jason Hoyt, Lee Hart. It's Bhuja on Radio Hodaki.
Well, there you go. That's the end of the show. Change It Up Tuesday. It's been great having your company this Tuesday afternoon. I'm always cognizant of the fact that Ted Teasdale used to say to us, when you're closing your show, make it short, sharp, compact. The worst thing you could possibly do, Lee Hart, when you're ending your show is to sort of waffle on and just sort of let it sort of dwindle out into a kind of nothing sort of scenario, if you know what I mean.
That's the last thing I remember him saying, actually, before he got ill. And God, didn't he go on for a while at the end?
Yeah, well, he did. He lingered for ages. It was quite sad, wasn't it?
We'd all go to the bedside there and...
Let go, Ted, let go.
Ted's passing away. We'd all shop there again and stand there and machines beeping and stuff. Then he'd fire up again, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Start giving us advice. And
well, there was many occasions, actually, where they nearly did the switch, didn't they? And then he as someone, it was almost uncanny. Someone would be reaching to turn the power off and boom, he'd just rejuvenate again.
Yep, that's
right.
right.
Like the amazing DJ that he was in his early career.
Yeah, his career was a bit like that too. They were just about to pull the plug on him.
Yeah, the ratings
and
were
then
crap.
bang, he would suddenly come back with a brand new segment or something. God, he knew his radio.
Yeah, well, he knew how to keep people guessing. That was the key to old Ted Teasdale.
He knew how to hang on to his job.
Well, he did.
And his life in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. How long did he hang on for in the end? It was because we thought he was on his way out, and he lasted another year and a half after that.
Probably about 7 years all up.
Oh, was it 7 years?
You know, from when he went in.
Right, okay. Yeah, amazing guy. Maddie, what's coming up in your show, mate?
Tell you what, I've got it all. talking to a guy from a band called Gaspar Sands.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good stuff, mate.
Couldn't make that up if you tried. iLab vouchers, coolers, Husky coolers.
It's just all full noise on your show, the night show.
Jim
Lobby Not Share.
Gaffigan tickets. If you want to go to the Wellington show, give us a call.
Oh, sounds great, mate.
I feel like Oprah.
Hey, we'll be back again, of course, tomorrow for Wacky Wednesday, and of course the KFC Wheel of Chicken from Lee, myself, and Lobo Did Not Share. Bhuja to you.
I was going to say, if Tom's listening and Matt, we were thinking we should maybe get some of those, proper radio stings made up for the
like
show.
Wacky Wednesday.
We go, g'day, it's Change It Up Tuesday, Change It Up Tuesday, Wacky Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday.
Big Friday.
Big Friday.
And Mad Monday. Yeah, nice, mate. That would be really
Like
special.
a real radio station if we had that kind of stuff.
That'd be great. Tom, could you get onto that, please? Thanks, mate.